Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel and another Deal It Up challenge. Monday morning, let's get into it. So we have done 3 cards in our first series of collector cards, 6 per series. So we're halfway through. So today we're heading into the second half of this first series, which is on birds. So I just had my first 3 that I've made so far. Let's pull the prompts. Welcome to all of you, whether you're new or returning. It's so good to have you all along, and I just want to give a little note of encouragement to you all. I've had several people say that they would love to craft along or not, maybe they don't want to, but that they can't at this point in time. And look guys, that's perfectly fine. I just really appreciate you being here. Whether you participate in the challenge or not, I still would love to see you guys. So I would love you to participate, absolutely. But don't feel pressured. This is no pressure, guys. If you can't do it right now, these videos are going to remain. So you can always go back when you feel like it. If there's a particular subject or one that inspires you, you can go back and do it if you want to. Or you can just go on when you are up to it, go on with whatever the current one is. No pressure. I don't want anyone to feel pressured. And converse to that, like they're missing out. You know, the fear of missing out can be quite huge, can't it? I know, because I suffer from that as well over certain things. So yeah, I understand, guys. Just as it comes. Whatever you like. Right, we're going that card. And I think today we're going to do a reveal. Whoops, got something falling off of somewhere. These mixed deck packs where there's 2 different ones. I pull with my eyes closed, just in case you're thinking I'm weighting it one way or the other. I do it with my eyes closed to remain completely unaware of what I'm pulling. So it's just fun. It's just a great way to kickstart the week with creative challenge. So let's take the top one of that one. Right, so birds, these are the prompts for the bird card. Now we'll get into the prompt which may go with the bird card but does not have to. So this is the optional one for the bird card, because often they probably won't work in very well, or may not work in very well. Oops, some of my pasted on pictures are getting caught. I need to do a bit of a go through and get all the ones that are lifting and stopping me shuffling properly. Right, just going to take the top one again. I was about to turn it over. Okay, and then this is the alternate make. So if you don't want to do the bird cards as part of the series, then you can choose to make this, or you can do both. Last week I managed to make both projects, which was cool. And I made both projects the week before. Cool. The first week is the week where I didn't manage to do both projects. But, you know, I was just getting back into the swing of things. Right, so the alternate make, again, I'm just going to take the top card. I don't even know if I shuffled them properly. Okay, so starting from this end, we are working with numbers and layered. Okay, they should be relatively easy to work together. Nice. Okay, so the alternate, shall we go the alternate make? Let's go the alternate make is a belly band. So with the belly band, you still need to include these 2 prompts and this one. So the belly band has all of these 3 prompts. And if you wanted, you could include a bird on it as well. Like, nothing's stopping you. But this card here that I'm going to pull is for this prompt. You can include it on the bird card if you wish, but you don't have to. And it is something that sparkles or shines. I can immediately see ways that this can work on this card. Will it work on my card? I don't know. But I can see, like, if you had an image of a magpie or one of the birds that steals things. Raven, is it Raven? Does the Raven steal things? I'm not sure. But you know, some birds steal things, like that could be a nice tie-in with that. Yeah, anyway, let's get on with the show. I'm going to pop the belly band card up for a moment, and we're going to concentrate on the bird card. So I'm using a playing card as my base. You can use whatever you like, but if you're doing the series, I recommend that you choose something that's the same size for the whole series. So these are all playing cards. I've backed them all. They can be used as journal cards, or they could be ATCs, artist trading cards, or they could just be a fun collector card that you keep. Right, so first up I am going to work on the background. So I'm looking at this prompt layered. So I think I will be collaging the back. I'm wondering, I think I do have a magpie image. I think I'm going to use the magpie today because I can see how this would work together. Okay, right, papers, colour. Okay, so we probably want something colourful behind our magpie. Something like that, and let's pull my bag out so I can have a better. So we've got sort of a pinky, there's a greeny yellow and a cream and a brown. So I'm kind of looking at those colours and going, what have I got that will match or work, I guess, work well. Ooh, could do a bit of gold paper that shines. Yeah, okay. Do we want a bit of neutral in there? We've got, oops, getting caught up there. Got stripes and stripes. Might be a bit dark. Okay, put that back. There's an offcut of something, but it's got a peachy colour and it's lacy pattern, so that could work. Hunting through my bag here off camera, I'm sorry. That could work. It's quite thick though. I'll hold it out for now. Just looking at this envelope pattern. Well, that's really hard on the eyes. My eyes aren't very good this morning, so I'm struggling a bit with my eyes, and that's not enjoyable, so I'm going to put it away just because I cannot cope with it today. That's a bit of magazine. I like that. Subtle blues. We're kind of heading off in a different colour palette here. Might have to rein that in. I'm thinking layered. It needs to be layered, so I need some options. A bit of digital, another bit of digital. Which are in the wrong bag. There's another bit. That's Junk Journal Studio. I recognise that bit. Okay. Let's see. I think this is a bit heavy and this is kind of going off colour palette. So we'll put those back. Yep, I think these will all work together. This is a bit thicker as well, but not super thick. Right. So it's got a white edge on it. I have no idea what this is off. It's really got me baffled what this is from. But it's a cool little piece. So how was your weekend, my friends? Did you have a good one? Ours was quite good. Hubby was on a mission on Saturday. My goodness, was he on a mission. He achieved so much around the house and outside, and he was just go, go, go. And normally he has like a, anything from an hour to 3-hour nap in the afternoon and the weekends. He had half an hour on Saturday, even though he'd been like working really hard all day. And I was trying not to feel guilty. I was on the couch most of the day, fussy cutting out a book so I could get rid of the bulk of it, because it was a book like this big, but there was probably only this much worth that I wanted that I could use. So I really wanted to get rid of the bulk. So I did. I succeeded in that, but I at times felt a little guilty. But it's not like I didn't do anything around the house. I did. I helped with make the bed, and I unloaded and reloaded the dishwasher and made lunch, and so I did bits. I did. But he just, wow, he did so much. Just gonna trim that down there. Okay, so we're going to start there. We haven't got the gold in there yet, but it's layered, so we need to build up with layers is where I'm thinking. So I kind of want to put this straight strip underneath so it doesn't have the straight edges. I might just tear that down a little bit. So I want to work out where to place it. Mark it. Well, it's very hard to mark on this glossy card with pencil, but I think that'll do because I just need it temporarily. Glue stick out and let's get gluing. Yeah, he mowed all the lawns. He fixed the lawnmower because it wasn't working very well, so he fixed that, and it was so much happier after he did a couple of things to it. What else did he do? He cooked breakfast. He normally cooks breakfast in the weekends. Well, actually, he cooks breakfast all week. Just in the weekends, we have buckwheat porridge. And during the week, we have eggs on toast. So, yes, he cooks breakfast most of the time. What else did he do? He did 3 loads of washing. 3? Like, goodness, 3. What else did he do? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember now. He replaced a shingle in the front of our house because the cats, there was a shingle missing on one of the overhangs over the window that allowed the cats to get into the ceiling space. And we're getting insulation in tomorrow, and so we thought it's probably not a good thing to have cats up there anymore. So he replaced the shingle that was missing. This is actually upside down, but you can barely tell. So I think I'm just going to go with that. So he did that. What else did he do? He did heaps. Oh gosh, I can't even remember now. There was more. He did more. Oh, vacuumed the whole house. That's right. There was another thing. There's still more, but I just can't remember at the moment. And, so proud of him. So proud of him. As if all that work is not enough. He journaled about it. First time ever. I mean, I can't believe it. I've been trying to encourage him to journal for years. I've made him journals, and he's loved having those journals, but he's never written in them. Never. And I've bought him stickers because he wanted stickers, and they've just sat there tucked into one of the journals. And then on Saturday he was like, oh, I can't find a journal. Where are all my journals? He says, I can only find the one from my 50th, which is people had written messages for his 50th, and he didn't want to add to that, and that's fine because it was a specific purpose. And then he found another one that I started for him, and I filled up one half for him with memories and stuff, and then wrote in the second half that it was up to him to fill the rest of it. And he was like, no, I don't want to put it in that. It's like, oh, that's what it's for. Anyway, I found the empty journal that I had made him, and he sat down and he wrote about his day, just bullet points. Absolutely fine. I wholeheartedly approve of bullet points. And then he added stickers. I was so happy. It's like, finally. I mean, he hasn't touched it again since. Mind you, it's only Monday today, and that was Saturday, so it's only yesterday that he hasn't touched it. It's like, oh my gosh, you actually journaled. I am so, so happy. Now, I could actually just turn that up that way, couldn't I? And then that slight little bits of text would actually be the right way up. I don't think it overly matters, but just got a bit of glue on there. We might as well just turn it up that way, shall we? Okay, so I do want some of the gold. It's Christmas paper. It's got season's greetings, but by the time you put a little fragment on, no one's going to be the wiser. Oops, I've had this gold paper for a very long time, several sheets of it. Yeah, it's quite thick. I think I've still got some in my stash that I haven't ripped into. I mislaid it for a long time. Right, so if my birdie's going here, put that there. Am I going to glue stick it? Actually, do I want it up that way? No, I want the heavier bit at the bottom. Okay, I'll glue stick it. I'm thinking whether I needed a stronger glue, but because it's reasonably thick. But it will be fine. It will be fine, my friends. So yes, I am very proud of my hubby. He just worked extremely hard and had barely any nap really, and he cooked dinner. Saturday is normally his night for cooking dinner, and I was going to do it because I thought, oh, he's gone for a nap, he won't be up in time, and he's done so much already, I will cook dinner. But he came out after only half an hour of nap and just went straight into preparing dinner, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, if he wants to, I'll let him. Let him. Yeah, let him. And he was quite happy. He's like, I bet you didn't expect me to do dinner, did you? I was like, no, I was actually going to do it. And he's like, ha! Like, he really enjoyed almost one-upping me by actually going ahead and cooking dinner. He does look after me extremely well. And I wasn't feeling that great. I was headachy and stuff all day, so I think he was being extra lovely. Right, I need to remember my word too, like, in case this is the first one you're seeing, in this series, I'm including elements that combine it to make it look like one series. And I recommend that you do the same if you're doing the series. So whatever it is, you can choose whatever it is, whatever feature that you want to do to combine it, whether it's sewing or a word. I'm doing a gold border and a word. So there's a word on each of them, and there's the gold border. So I need to remember where to put my word. Somewhere I've got my little bit of brown paper. I need to decide what word. I think I'll put it up the top. Okay, I think I need to do the word so that I can then work out which way I want to layer things. Now the word, what am I going to word? What word? Could almost do steel. What would I like to do? Wild. Cheeky would have been a good one, but I don't think I'll fit cheeky across there. Let's I think magpies are cheeky. So shall we try it? Shall we see if cheeky will fit? So H K C, and where's the E hiding? There it is. We can but try, my friends, and we might be redoing it if it doesn't fit. So I'll turn it this way. In fact, got another bit. I'm thinking, do I want to cut it to the width of my card so that I know what space? That might be a good idea, what width I've got to play with. Okay, so I'll just do a piece like that, and then just cut it to the exact width of my card. So if I can't fit it in that space, I know it won't work on the card. That sounds like such a smart idea. Somebody must have thought of that for me. Right, let's give it a go. So grab out my black, and let's not dirty up my pieces. Is it going to work? Oh, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Okay, I think, well, jury's out because we've got to put two E's, don't we? So I'm trying to put them fairly close together. Whoops, that didn't stamp very well, but that's okay. Without overlapping, hopefully, because I can't see where I'm stamping precisely. I think it's going to work. I'm excited. And the Y. Look at that, and we've got room to spare. Just. Right, I'll clean those stamps off later. Right, need to trim that down. Now, I haven't stamped it straight on the piece of paper, so that's one little oops. My edges, oh, it doesn't look too bad. I think we can live with it. Tuck that little stamp off the digital paper there. Oops, the paper keeps getting caught up. And we've got our magpie there. Do I want more layers? We've got this little bit of the mushroom digital. I'm just looking, because the prompt is layered. I'm just looking at ways I can kind of add. Do I want to add any textile? No, I don't want that there. Do I want like cheesecloth or something? Let's just snip a bit off and see, because that's a layer if we include it. Let's take off some of that little bits. Maybe like a bit down the bottom there, like a nest almost. Yeah, I like that. Okay. What glue do I want to use for the cheesecloth? Not glue stick, I don't think. Let's do tacky glue. I think that should be fine. Just going to eyeball basically where it was. Something along those lines. Okay. I don't think I'm going to ink around our friend the magpie. Actually, I need to put different order. Let's go with stamp first. And this I'm going to ink around. Some of them I'm inking, some I aren't, but I just want to ink around this one. I don't actually need to do the edges because I'll get those when I do round the card. I haven't even given a thought to the belly band at this stage. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Not before. Right, glue stick for that. Will be fine. Right, now our magpie. I've loved seeing what people are doing so far with this challenge. Really enjoying seeing the cards that you're making and seeing what you're choosing to make them look as part of a series. Some really great ideas out there. And I love that it's inspiring some of you to have a go. Oops, I put him over a little bit fast, so I've got to just snip his wing a little bit. And I'm going to cut off the overhang of the cheesecloth as well. Now I've got, look, fluffy scissors. Being very careful to clean those off there so I don't chop my finger. Now I've got this loose bit here. I want to add glue. I need my spatula tool thingy. Okay, and maybe a little bit along this edge. Okay, so I'm going to ink around this now. It's very, very rainy here today. It was a really warm day yesterday compared to what most of the summer has been. And very, very muggy. And then the weather changed late yesterday afternoon and we had thunder. We didn't have it directly here, but we could hear it, and every now and then it would come a bit closer, but never directly over us. But there was thunder that went on for about an hour at least, and I just loved listening to it. It was so cool. And then the torrential rain hit, and it rained pretty much all night, and it's still raining now. And so it's a lot cooler today than yesterday, but it's quite a pleasant sort of temperature at the moment. Right, I'm thinking, do I want to add any other something that sparkles or shines other than this gold? If I can uncover it, I will. in here, I'm pretty sure I have like some adhesive gems, I think, hopefully. Or maybe these ones. These ones aren't adhesive, but they are little mini gems. Do I have? No, can't see any, so let's just go with those ones. I'll just have to glue them on and make everything fit back in the tub. I need to go through this. It's got a little unruly. It was very organised, but I feel it's not anymore. Right, let's stick some of these wee gems on, because I think that'll be really fun. Oh, maybe I kind of like need a wee tray or something. How about, I've got this wee tin here that I've got little bits and pieces in. How about we just put them on there for now? And then I can put them away later without taking too much time on camera. Kind of not so worried about where they go. I'm just going to put a variety of colours. Whoops, no, I don't want it on my finger though. Going to be all sorts of sticky. So this is again another layer really for our prompt. Oh, don't want you to stick to my finger. Come on, stick to the card. I think I got more glue on me than on the gem at the end of the day. I know people use tweezers with these, but I just kind of wing it. So much of what I do, I just wing it. Oops, slide, get back on the glue. There we go. One more, I think, so we've got an odd number. Let's go with a slightly sort of blue tinged one. Oh, come on the card. Here we go. So just a few little faux gems there. 5. Right, carefully put that aside so I don't end up with them all over the floor, because I'll never find them all again, you know that. It's like glitter. You find it for years afterwards, and not when you need it or want it. Okay, so now just to finish this off, I'm going to grab my gold Liquitex ink, I should say, and then we'll move on to the belly band. How are we going on time? Yeah, we're okay. We've got time. I am late recording this. I'd normally do it Sunday afternoon, but I was shattered Sunday afternoon. My headache hadn't gone away, and we had gone up to hubby's parents' church, which was lovely, but I struggled all through it. The noise and the light and everything was just not making me very happy. And then we had a shared lunch, and most people didn't realize it was a shared lunch, so it was a bit of a funny lunch, and that's okay, because I certainly had my fill, and I was feeling really uncomfortable, not because I'd eaten too much, but just overall I wasn't feeling 100%. And so we didn't stay. We didn't go back to his parents' place. We dropped them home, but then we didn't stay. We came home, and I actually fell asleep on the couch in the afternoon, which is very unusual for me, or it used to be. It's becoming a bit more normal. Bit of fluff there I want to remove. And boy, did I feel awful when I woke up. I don't think I was asleep very long, maybe 20 minutes at the most. Felt really awful, and my eyes, I couldn't focus on anything for probably a good half hour. Close up, far away, it was all just blurry and sore and gross. So it did finally, you know, come back to normal, but I was a bit worried there for a little bit. I was like, like have my eyes just completely given up, or what's going on? I mean, I could see, like, I wasn't blind, just everything was blurry, but I think it was just falling asleep, and my eyes were gritty anyway, and the headache and everything combined. So it's all good. So there we go, is my card for this week. Do you think it's part of a series now? I'm loving these. I hope you are enjoying this. Whether you're participating by making or not, I hope you're enjoying watching. Right. Pop that behind me to dry. For that gold to dry. Okay, so we're going to put the bird card up. Put these together, grab this out, and let's look at a belly band. So first up, we need a base for a belly band. Excuse me while I just have a wee sip of my coffee there. What would I like to use as a base? Excuse me while I hunt through what I've got looking for inspiration. How about a bit of book page? And just grab out a journal. This is just a plain coffee dyed journal page. Makes it not plain, doesn't it? It's not plain at all. Just so I can get the right height. So we need to trim down about there. I like to make it slightly shorter than the page. That'll be a good stamping strip actually. Yep, great bit of old book page for stamping on. I'm wondering, do I want to chop that off? Let me think for a moment. So we don't need that anymore. Whether I want to fold it in just to reinforce it. It's quite a soft book page. It's old and it's soft, so I'm thinking it might just help reinforce it from tearing. Even though, like, that would be really nice stamping paper. I am going to layer it up. Trim this bit. I'm also thinking about bulk because we're going to be layering. How much bulk do I need? Do I want? So I think I'm going to tear off the bit where they overlap. So stamping strip. Method to my madness. Right. I'm going to do double glue just because I haven't got any glue page underneath to catch if I went right to the edge. So I'll use the tacky glue around the edge. We want to make sure it's well glued down because when you slide things in behind the belly band, if they run into that edge, they're going to stick and not go too far if it's lifted up. So that's why I want to make sure it's really nicely stuck down with no loose edges for catching on bits. Zoomy zoom around the edge. Of course, it's more along this edge than the top and bottom that it's important. Okay, so that's going to make it nice and strong to start with. I'm thinking, do I want to put some cheesecloth on it? probably don't want that much. Let's cut that in halfish. It's not going to be straight, but I mean, the beauty of cheesecloth is it's not really straight, is it? It's kind of all over the show. You can't really put it straight if you wanted to, because it's so loose and shiftable. I don't know that's the right word, shiftable, or even if shiftable is a word. It's almost like working with water. It's kind of like so hard to control. Oops, a bit sticking up there. Okay, so we're going to put cheesecloth on, but before we put that on, I want some colour underneath. So I'm going to my digital scraps. That could be quite nice. Do we want a bit of something with colour? Oh my goodness, I haven't finished the bird card. I was just looking at my prompts. I haven't done numbers. Who was yelling at me? Let's put this aside. And whoops, that gold's still wet. We need numbers of some description. My goodness. Here, I thought we were going along very well. Now I've got to try and fit them in around the gems. I think just one small number would be good, like a string of multiple numbers. Have I got one in here? This one down here might work. If I cut it down a bit more. My goodness, I can't believe that I neglected one of the prompts. That's so funny. Right, cut it right down to around the number. Let's put it down there because it's basically the only place it fits. I mean, I could cut the number down. How about down, put that up there. Oh, but then I really want 3 bits. Could cut that in half. Right through the full stop. Oh, I don't like it anymore. I don't like it anymore. That's just annoying. If I put one each side. I'm going to make that work. That's not too bad actually. I can live with that. Put 1/2 of the number each side. And then it will be complete. But by the same token, if you don't want to include a prompt, you don't have to. I mean, if you want to complete the challenge, you know, and challenge yourself, then absolutely include all the prompts. But if one's really not talking to you, or you don't have something that would work, like something that sparkles or shines, if you don't have a magazine image that would work, or some faux gems or shiny paper or something, if you don't have anything that will work, it's okay. You can substitute or you can leave it out. It doesn't mean that you can't do the challenge if you don't have a certain supply. Right, I'm going to leave my numbers out so don't forget them for the belly band. Although I might do something different with numbers. Right. Don't think I did too much damage to the gold. Right, let's get back to this one. So do we want a bit more colour? Let's try it. but it's actually shorter than the book page, which is fine. We'll just tear off those ends, make it even shorter. Okay, we're going to put that there. Sorry, stamps, I need to move you somewhere else. Where? Good question. Maybe up with the gems, so I can get my glue page. Right. And I think I need a new glue page actually. It's getting a bit sticky. I don't know precisely where I'm going with this belly band. I'm just kind of doing it as it comes. And a splash of colour there. We want a bit of this here. Let's try it. The torn top as well. Tale of two halves so far. One half bright and colourful and the other very neutral. We'll see how we can work to bring them together. I think the cheesecloth will help on that a little bit. Okay, what I'm thinking is, do I want to like oops, that was an interesting tear. I know I'm not explaining myself very well. It was like bring in a bit of that over oh, like that. Okay, just take a little bit more of that white off. It's another way of layering. Oops, I've got a straight edge there. Let's get rid of that before it's stuck down too much. There we go. Oh, my fingers are so sticky. Gross. Okay, do we want to now do the same thing over there? Let's try it. I want it to be fairly narrow because this is a narrower strip. Oh, that's fun. I'm liking this. This is fun. I'm just playing, seeing what will happen. What if I did this? What if I do that? Where to from here? Maybe I try this. That's my process at the moment, and I'm having fun. Okay, so got those overlapped so they don't end at the same place. I think that's fun. I've never actually tried that before. It's quite a wide-ish belly band. It's 2 3/4 inches basically. Do I actually want the cheesecloth now that I've done that? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's just put it on. But before I do that, I'm thinking I actually might want to stamp numbers on this belly band. So grab out my stamps and a block. And this pathetic little bit of paper that I've been cutting into is just to catch overhang of stamps. Right, black. Do we want to use black? Yes, let's use black. Black out. What numbers? Do I want to just do like a bunch of different numbers in some sort of arrangement of different sizes. Actually, maybe I'll put that one sideways. That could be fun. It doesn't all have to be upright, does it? This is something I have not done before either. Actually, I think I want that up there. Put that one down there, and something down here. Yeah, 0. There we go, let's try that. Doesn't really matter what it looks like. Fun. Oops. Getting them all inked up properly is, I think they must be different heights, like the different sizes of numbers must be different heights, thicknesses, so they're not all stamping properly, but that's okay. We're not looking for perfection here, we're just looking for detail and for layering up with numbers. I think that's enough. Let's put the lid on the stamp pad. More stamps to clean. So we've got numbers, yes. We've got layered, and this will be another layer. Need to grab out my spatula again. Saves a little bit of gluey fingers. They're already super gluey, so not saving a lot. Now there's nothing going to be going in on top of this, so don't have to worry so much about having bits sticking up or being loose, which is good. Okay, it's more over this way, but that's okay. Just where it landed. Right, so we need something that sparkles or shines still, and I feel like we need a focal point. So we need a nice tall something, and I'm thinking, do we have, I've got a bunch of birds. I'd picked out ones that fit on my playing cards, but we could perhaps go with something a little bigger. Not wider, but taller is what I'm looking for. So, isn't that beautiful? Not for this, it's way too big. Well, actually, if I trimmed off the branches, it wouldn't be too big. I don't know if I want to use it on this. It is definitely a possibility, though. It's too small. I need something tall. Maybe I need to go with the owls. Or what about this one? Oh, no, that's... Actually, that's quite good. I just have to trim down the rocks, which would be okay. It's actually got the name Race Virginia. Some sort of guinea bird, I'd say. I'm going to go with that one. Don't have to put a bird on this card on the belly band, but I am going to because that's what I had out. So why not? Got some very thin bits on there from the top of their heads to glue down. I have to watch that they don't rip up before it gets put on a page. Now it's unlikely to get ripped once it's on a page and in a journal, but rummaging around in my supply of ready-made things, it's more at danger of getting damaged. Press it down over that cheesecloth, which in turn is going to help that cheesecloth stick down in more places. See, this is where I'm worried about that little top feather thing is on top of the cheesecloth. It's okay, this one, because it's just on top of paper, but this one is a little bit more dangerous. Just going to add a little bit more glue. Oops, way too much glue. But I think that's going to do the trick. So now we have something that sparkles or shines, which I have nothing so far. So I want to do the gems. What else have I got? Glitter. Do we want a bit of glitter? Now I've got purple. I've got yellow. Yellow possibly would work, but it's quite a bright yellow. I've got this pale blue, which is very pretty. Or I've got this gorgeous glitterific gold that Lydia gave me, which is just absolutely stunning. I'm thinking something a bit more softer. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm just going to use my finger. It's in a clear base, so I'm just going to, it's very subtle. But I think the colours will work better. I mean, the gold would work, absolutely. I just felt I wanted something a little bit more gentle. Probably be way easier to do with a paintbrush, but never mind. And this is an essentially another layer. I don't want to do it on the birds, so I'm just doing all around. And I think just a little bit. Just along the edge. Oops, I've got some on the rock, but that's okay. Right, just let me clean off my fingers and then we'll take a look at what we achieved and make sure that we used all the prompts this time. My goodness, still shaking my head. Right, put the lid on the glitter glue. So we have, what have we got? Oops, put the glue away. So we have our bird card. we have got numbers now. It is layered up. You saw me lay it up. Something that sparkles or shines. We've got those little faux gems that I glued on and the shiny gold paper. And that's the collector's card and my elements of the word and the gold border that make it part of the series. And then this is still wet, obviously. But it's a belly band. We've layered it up. We've got numbers stamped on the background. We've got something that sparkles or shines. Can you see that? I hope you can see the sparkle from the glitter. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's definitely there. And just for fun, I added the bird on there too. So that's the Deal It Up challenge for this week. I hope you give it a go. I hope you're inspired and I hope you have fun with it. Thanks for joining me, my friends. Take care and I'll be back soon. Bye.